Hello and welcome to chapter 168 of our streaming adventure. Today is the day I reserve for trying to get in some practice going to the weekend. This coming weekend, the intent is to play in the challenge on Saturday, and really don't know what I want to necessarily play for Vintage. I had been messing with the Fastbond Valakut Exploration deck, and that has been interesting, but I feel like it has trouble against certain types of decks. And so if I was going to pick a deck and work on iterating it, what I wanted to do is work on something that had Tinker and Time Vault, because those are cards that I really like. So I guess this is as far as I've gotten so far. I got 2 cards here, so we got a ways to go, obviously. But I don't know. Thinking more about the lands deck. So as I said that I don't want to play this anymore. Hear me out, Jeremy. When playing this deck, I found, obviously, the combo potential of it was awesome. And being able to, loop our cards forever and all that kind of stuff, all of that was great. But what if we didn't play Valakut? And what if instead or I should clarify. What if we didn't play Valakut Exploration? I did it anyway. We could still play that because of the Dryad. My thought is if we incorporated what is the Hedron Crab and the Bounce Land, all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, it's not really that much of a stretch to be 3 colors, but I mean, theoretically, if we narrowed it down to 2, that would not be the worst thing in the world. See, now I've got myself thinking, and now I'm wondering if this is actually plausible. All right, so first thing I want to do, I would like to make a copy of this. Actually, yeah, so here is... So Volrath had posted a version of this deck too. What I'm wondering is, do I have my bad NYSE version of the deck? Because that deck was bad. I was going to say unfortunately, but I think that the word is luckily I do not. See, the thing is, I kind of want... This is a lands deck with Breach shoved into it. I don't think I necessarily want that. And then here is... Where's Not Me's original version? Only had 35 cards in it, so that seems unlikely. So let's just go ahead and kill that one. Alright, so let's take the lands deck. Let's make a copy of this. Let's call it Lands Updated. And like I said, it's going to be Simic colored. Now, what I want to do is take the red cards out. Now, I don't know if it's out forever, but it might be. And what I wanted was Hedron Crab. Is it Oboro? Hold on, is that at least the right one? Where did it go? Okay, at least it was the right one, because I wasn't sure if that was true. I am not entirely sure what decks like that contain, so therefore, to the Goldfish, to Vintage, and this is like, what is it? Eric's Crab Shack. Hedron Crab, please. If you don't have them capitalized, it doesn't like your searches, I've noticed. Okay, no decks in the last couple weeks. It's believable. What about in the last 3 months? Sultai Xerox. Well, okay, these names are probably misleading. All right, this went into black. Yeah, okay, this is the other one. I couldn't think of the name of it. Retreat to Hagra. If a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Your opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That offsets the Fastbond. And Yogg will with little, what's it called, would be funny. See, they have Assassin's Trophy, Oko, Veils of Summer to protect themselves. If you have Demonic Consultation, you should at least play Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, so both of these are using the Retreat to Hagra style plan for Hedron Crab. They're both Force of Will decks too, which is a little interesting. I was thinking, if I'm mainly going to be this green-based deck that we were before, I'm just sprucing it up. Okay, let's get Mox Sapphire, please. How many Moxes do these other decks play? Emerald Jets. Okay, they're playing basic. They have trade routes. I like the idea of trade routes. What is this deck using trade routes for, though? Just anti-wasteland? Alright, trade routes is now in our deck. They have... There's only 1 crop rotation. I also wonder if that feels a little off. Still have Glacial Chasm. Golgari Rot Farm. Is this a point of save your land by crop rotating into it? That'd be interesting. Honestly, what I'm really looking for... I want Chubby Rain's deck. So I care more about Fastbond and Uro. That was the first deck I saw, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. That seems cool. Do I have to go back further than October? I really don't remember. Sure, let's go back to July. I don't know how old the card Uro is. Well, I don't want this list because this list sucks. Oh, I forgot about this moron. Why would you only play 1? Okay, time out. Was Fastbond at least restricted on this day? Because I don't think that's true. And if I'm only playing 1 Fastbond, why? When was Fastbond unrestricted? because I feel like this deck could not be worse. All right, now I got to look that up because now I feel stupid if I seriously only played one. So this was a long time ago. So I'm only about a year after Fastbond has been restricted, and yet somehow I did terrible. That's embarrassing. Okay, so I need to go back older than my bad deck. Because that's really what I want. Chubby Rain was my inspiration there, because his deck was good. I remember seeing it, and I remember seeing that it was good. Okay, so I don't trust me, because I'm unreliable. So now we need to find... I don't know how to search for a particular person. I'm going to go to Rogue. And I'm doing this in the Vintage Discord. I'm trying to find in Rogue. I want to search. Maybe this will work. Nice. Do I have to type the entire... Am I spelling Rogue wrong? That's even better. To just literally spell Rogue wrong and then realize I'm finding the wrong card. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Having some typing trouble. All right, well, all of that searching did nothing, so that's not great. Okay. The idea behind this, or at least what the plan was, is that you have Hedron Crabs getting a bunch of land, but what if instead... I'm pretty sure Gush is restricted. I could be wrong. We got Time Walk, we have Ancestral Recall. Let's get a few more Mystic Sanctuaries. Now, is this going to fall apart because I don't have enough targets? Let's make it more Mystic Sanctuary. I want to kind of set up a... Can I have an area where I have like special lands? So if we had a Bajuka Bog, and we had a Field of the Dead, we had a Glacial Chasm, we had a Maze of Ith, and a Tabernacle. Now, I do feel like Dryad is probably not where I want to be. So I'm willing to keep the Ramunaps, and I'm willing to put a couple Uros in, which I don't have. So we'll put a couple Uros in. Take Valakut out. I think we still want the Aboro. Probably I don't need 4 Mystic Sanct, but that was the thing about his list, is that he really did well because he had all the Mystic Sanctuary synergies. What I'm thinking, though, is if I'm going to play Hedron Crab, I'm going to want to have a lot of fetch lands. Maybe I do need to have the Return to Hagro type stuff. Tropical. Now it's going to bother me because, like, I know I've seen it. All right, to the Twitter. Can we find an old picture where he might have had... So how long ago? We're talking September timeframe or earlier. Because if September is when I played NYSE, he would have had to have had it prior to that. Okay, this is November. Okay, I'm remembering now. Well, that's Battle of Wits. So that might be a little too deep. Yeah, these are Battle of Wits lists. That's September. Omnath Commander. Maybe I need to go back even further. Because that was the other thing I was trying to think of was Growth Spiral. I remember that was something they had. And Days, because they had a lot of Mystic Sanctuary tricks. I probably would have to play Merchant Scroll because of the Gush. Okay. I think we're starting to find parts of it. Because, dear opponent, this is in July. I have assembled 2020 equivalent of Time Vault Voltaically. Please don't scoop. They had Sylvan Library to go with their Uro. And I remember seeing Tangle. Entrancing Melt, they did get some creative ones there, for sure. Did he have... No, okay. That was when they were messing with them. Nice. Okay. I think I at least found what it was all this time I've been looking for. This was the list he was playing. So, Uros, they didn't have Fastbond at all, which probably makes sense. And it wasn't really a crop rotation base deck. This is more just a blue deck. And so maybe that's the difference is I have a green deck and this was a blue deck first and foremost. All right, let me slide that over. Because I still feel like that was interesting, but that was definitely not this style. And I want to save this because I know I'm going to come back to it. Okay. So July 6th for posterity. That's what we'll remember. Okay. So come back here. Hedron Crab. Let's work on a Hedron Crab version first. Okay. We found a third person at least. These all seem to be the same version of the deck. What's the difference here? More tabernacles. Okay. So I think the easiest thing to do is just download this one instead of me trying to type all the nonsense or whatever that I'm doing. I'm going to put it in the same deck box, though. Or not, because I can't find it. So this is Crab Shack. Okay, so Fastbond, the Retreat to Hagras. Why only 3 Force of Will is something that's a little bit interesting, but I would also wonder why not more crop rotations. Okay, so what I'm thinking is instead of some of these cards, what if we took these daisies out? And so we already have Fastbond. What if we put in Ramunap and some crop rotations? Oh, I don't own crop rotation. My bad. Okay. Veil Summer, that could be a sideboard card. I'm not sold necessarily on these black cards. I mean, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, obviously powerful effects, but I don't know. Flusterstorm, Ponders, pre-order, like that doesn't feel right. Hi, buddy. Treasure Cruise, I'd like. See, there's no Time Walk here. Let's put a Time Walk in. Whoa. 22 lands. That is a lot of Ouroboros. So I think I definitely would like the tropical islands, but what I'm wondering is some of this other stuff. Because this comes into play tapped, right? Does it always come into play tapped? Or is it has something to do... Okay, I was making sure it doesn't have something to do with how the land bounces or anything like that. Also not sold on all the Oboros, but that also could just literally be wrong. Don't think Gush necessarily has the place. Okay, so what I want are... Strip Mine. Okay, so we have the Growth Chamber, we have the Rot Farm, we have Glacial Chasm. I think it... Well, is it better as an island or is it better as a forest? If I'm going to set up... Am I trying to set up the Mystic Sanctuary stuff? I think you have to if you have this trade routes. $23 land. Once again, let's go back for inspiration. What could we have? We could have a Bajuka Bog. Do we have a Tabernacle already in the deck? Bring it on over. Bajuka Bog. What else are we missing? How many actual islands do I have? How many green sources do I have? Is Mystical Tutor the right thing? Because it could grab Gush. Do I want Merchant Scroll? Crop Rotations, Fastbond, Ancestral Time Walk. We could put Force of Vigors in the main. That might be worthwhile. Really? Four of Vigor. No, Force of Vigor, please. Two main. Two side. So we've got Gush, we've got Hagra, we've got Ramunap. Could have... The Glacial Chasm's already there. I do like my one of weirdos, like Maze of Ith, Field of the Dead. But those also could be sideboard targets. $61 cards. Brainstorm maybe, and we keep Mist up. We have Misdirection. $27 lander. Okay, what about sideboard choices? We have black, but we don't have to overcommit. We could go... Did we not add 4 to the sideboard? Okay. I don't think those fit. I don't think Ravenous Trap fits. I really don't think any of this fits. I do like the idea of, okay, what if we switch to be more... Is this when we shift gears and have Uro in the sideboard and play a game more like that? Grafdigger's Cage I don't like. Still not sold necessarily on Veil of Summer, or do we need the excess? If I took these out, really, what more do I need? Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library could be... bring that in to be a different choice. Okay. This feels weird. So my only black source is a Golgari Rot Farm. So we think we need to put a Underground, or we put a Bayou in? Would I rather tap for green or for blue? I think it's got to be a green land. We cut the Growth Chamber. Okay. So this feels especially weird, but let's give it a shot. So what do we call it? Crab Shack. Missing cards to the wish list. Export the wish list. Pull it over here to the side. Bring up some mana traders. Where is the upload? I don't even know if this makes sense as a deck. I don't know, maybe that's what makes it interesting. Right, buddy? You gotta stop bugging me. There we go. Okay. How many cards am I supposed to grab? 22. Yeah, something's going weird with the trade window. I was trying to make a trade earlier and it wasn't really working. Okay. Once again, subjected to some interesting things. All right. Now, the question is anybody going to be in the tournament practice room if They don't have to be for mana traders. Let's see. We'll throw that bait into the water and we'll see if anybody takes it. Looking to play against top tier decks if possible. Huh? Does that provoke anyone? Oh, I've got a top tier deck. Also, if anybody out there is interested, I will also take challenges. I want to see the plausibility of taking the red out and adding blue as a way to kind of, because I really liked the matchups we had against, what do I want to say? Basically anything that had a bazaar or workshop it felt good against. But if we could take that a step further and fight, the blue decks and stuff like that that's going to exist, then maybe that's worth trying, and that's something that I can iterate on over time. That the question is that even worth pursuing? I don't know, and I don't necessarily want to jump into a league without knowing. That's all. Apparently, Justin is also streaming. All right. I mean, I feel like I keep this. Wow. Well, shit. Do I want to play Hedron Crab into this? Give me a tropical. If they have a force, they probably force this. Okay. They had mental misstep. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know. I just think that's funny. Icarid and a prized amalgam. So if they hit some kind of dredging. Maybe some food for it. So it's Hogak and Icarid. Icarid, aided Icarid. It's going to give them a prize amalgam. They have a bazaar. So they're down to 1 card. That'll die. They'll get a bridge token. Well, that should do it, right? Okay. So, knowing... I probably don't want the Field of the Dead. Force of Vigor is less impressive, although they could have Leyline, so maybe I need Leyline to fight their Leylines. Misstep is weak. Mystical Tutor is going to be weaker. Could bring in Pithy Needle as well as another option. Do I want Force of Vigors for their stuff? I could play Uro as something to come in and then just die. That's kind of cute. Maze of Ith is poor. We still have the Jet. I don't know if I have time for stuff like Rot Farm. Or do I have time for stuff like Sanctuary? How many actual islands do I have? I need to have 3 other islands. That's probably an argument for Underground versus Bayou. Because I only have 4 other islands in my deck. There are certain things you don't realize when you're building the deck, and then that's why you play, and then you're like, oh. Alright. So the Gush, Merchant Skull shenanigans can probably come out. No, everything can get... No. If it's a Bayou, Scalding Tarn doesn't do anything. See, we're learning. We're learning quickly on the fly. Maybe I want an Uro. I want an Uro for value. We want the crop rotations, though. Field of the Dead. I probably don't even have 7 different archetypes or 7 different creature card. 7 different card names. Got there. Seriously. Okay. So I like the Wasteland. We have an Emerald to somewhat speed up. They do show that they have Force of Vigor. So after losing 2 different Force of Vigors, is that good enough reason for me to go look for a Leyline? I think so. I don't have a blue here. Sorry, correction. I do have a blue here. No, I don't think that's good enough. Okay. Wow. Oh, that's another thing I didn't think of. The rot farm bounces itself. That's clever. All right, so ramming app can get us to unlimited fast bonds. That was a pretty good dredge. Okay, I was gonna say that was a pretty good dredge by them, but not yet. They had to dredge it first. Brutal. Appropriate, but brutal. So what have we already learned? There's not enough islands to support the trickery in there, so we can trim all that fat. This is exciting. The rot farm. I don't want to play the emerald in case they have something like Force of Vigor. I'm not getting any value off of that. Right. So end step, they're going to discard. Their Grave Troll. Yep. So that was the thing, is could I draw the land? One, two. This still should work. Depends on, have I played a land yet? I did play a land. Okay. These are all potentially bad things. So the question is, am I dead yet? Because all I need to do is resolve this Fastbond, and as long as it resolves, I can go crazy. I do also need to preserve a little life total, though. They hit a Bazaar. Because they didn't dredge that one. But that's the last of the Force of Vigor, so I should be okay. Sure. Do they have more than one therapy? They have multiple therapies, so that's bad. If you just cast a Hogak, that's fine. But I could be in trouble there. That would be an argument for milling myself to give Ramunap more options. So that's probably a better choice to mill myself there. Mm-hmm. Take that, Oko. See, then I wonder... Okay, if I'm doing this, like if I'm setting up my own graveyard... They have 12 power plus 7. I don't get to play multiple. That would give me... Okay. So they had the stopper. They had a stopper anyway, so they just win that one. Alright. So... They do have counterspells, so maybe Flusterstorm type things are worth it? It also stops Force of Vigor. Pithy Needle maybe out. It's one less thing that can get targeted. They are going to have Force Vigor anyway. I'm going to set myself up. They have mulligan to 5. That's cute. Nice. Well, I gotta say, we got a pretty good selection here. What did we say was in the deck? I can just turn this into a wasteland right now. Yes, hello and welcome to whatever the crap this is I'm doing. Cabal, Bridge, Cabal, deal. So, what this was, I'll talk about it after the match. I wanted to take the red out of the other deck, because even though I liked that, it didn't feel like it could compete with other decks, and so I was wondering if we could make it compete with those other decks. I mean, I don't want to use either of these right now. Oh, Earl, you piece of crap. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Oh yeah, we're going beats. Instead of us just staring at each other like we have been. I do wonder if they were going to do this anyway, should they have tried to find a counterspell? Now, I know we saw the Sickening Shoal type effects from them. Maybe they're digging, yeah, for a Force of Vigor. Okay. So the good news is I still have Bog and Tabernacle ready to deploy from my own hand. Nice. The question is, do I... They misstepped already. They would have to spend a Force. All right. I'll settle for beats. Pitch a Bridge Ichrid. They upkeep did it. Got it. They only threw away 2 cards, which means we know they're holding. That was delightful. We know they're holding a hollow one. Because they tried to cast a spell and make a payment, they'd only discarded 2 cards for the turn, so the cards still cost 1. Beatdown. Good old Ramunap beatdown. Meanwhile, they have to try to draw into an answer. I mean, this is just another card to pitch to Force of Vigor. Beats. Double a clock. Force, sure. Put you at 4. All right. So, things that we learned. I am not really playing any islands in my deck. So we took the other deck and we tried to make adjustments so that we could incorporate this other thing. But part of the problem, like we found, Mystic Sanctuary doesn't have any friends here. Also, I think I multiple times missed that we could just crop rotate for this. Or is that not necessarily a thing? Okay. So this Bayou needs to be an Underground Sea. So that's our black source. That is at least an island. Okay, so now we're up to 5 islands in the deck. Scalding Tarn not being able to find a black source was solid. So there's 8 fetches. Field of the Dead. Do we even have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That is very questionable as well. We could put the Bayou back in. Because that at least gives us another green source. I just don't know if this Gush Sanctuary package is worthwhile. I mean, what could we really get instead of that? Honestly, if we did cut that, we could have... What's the card? The Dryad. We could have Dryads if we did that. I don't know if that's worthwhile, though. What else? What was the other list? Didn't we put an Underground Sea in? Yeah, what's that note? If I cut this, because they didn't have it either, but they also had Dazes and stuff like that. I don't know, Daze feels wrong, but I guess it's at least a count. Well, they also had Forces, so... Do we need another Oboro, potentially? What about the lands deck? We could put one of the arrows in the main. We could also give ourselves... Let's try again. Dear anybody in the tournament practice room, I will play against you. Okay. I mean, this feels decently solid. Mana Crypt. Thorn. So they didn't play a land. I changed my mind is what happened to Tinker. Won the flip. Yep. Turn off my Mox. So I need a green source. Do I need a green and black source? I can't get one based on the land I played. So I could get an underground. Underground could cast Mox Emerald. Then I have Hagra available to me. Can we get them to deploy more out? I don't want Oboro to be vulnerable, is my thought. Plus, that lets me cast Retreat. Okay. So right now I need... I just need 1 mana, right? Going after Underground Sea, which is my black source. You got me. I'm a little ways away from hitting it, though. But I'll take the life. They got a lot of ancient tombs. They could have a big stone coil serpent. Ballista. We dead? I don't think we're dead. 7 puts me at 11. One, 2, 3, 4 puts 5 counters, puts 8. So we're dead next turn. Why would you have sacked the Mana Crypt here? That's kind of funny. Sack this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat both of their lands and crop rotation in for a tabernacle. We're going to hit both lands, crop rotate into Tabernacle. All of their stuff will die. We'll be at low life, but hopefully we can start to grind back out of it. Oh, hello, Aaron. You know, that's a good question. So we're already going to rotate for that. He's made me play worse. Don't say... Oh, good. We have 2,000 land plays remaining. I was worried. Okay, I appreciate that. 4, 5, and then you hop 5 over is 8. You can shoot me for 8. That'll put me at 3, and then I'm just sitting here with a Tabernacle. I don't know. I feel like I don't remember exactly who put stuff on the wheel, so I feel like some of that is probably your fault. I have been playing this deck for about half an hour, maybe. Well, okay, they didn't want to play anymore. I tried to take the Fastbond Valakut Exploration deck that I had been playing with, and I wanted to try to change it up a little bit, because this isn't exactly like the other Crab Shack decks, but it's probably close. I think I'll keep this. The only problem is, so like this feels really terrible against Dredge. Maybe I need to be crabbing myself. Like, that's probably what I... Okay. Yeah, opponent was like, oh, Tabernacle main? Bird of Paradise, you say? Who does this guy think they are? Jacob? No, unfortunately, I missed the cutoff for this weekend. So I am just practicing. I'm practicing for the challenge. Prismatic Vista. Uh-huh. Give me an elk. I'll beat the crap out of you with this elk. Oh, yes. Vintage Powerhouse Trade Routes. Buckle up, buddy. I'm glad to hear that, Aaron. I hope you can enjoy playing in some challenges. If anything, the challenges have been challenging for me. Oh, no, they have 2 Birds of Paradise. I was within, like, when it needed to be 65%, or sorry, when it needed to be 70%, I was hovering around 65. When it needed to be 65, I was hovering around 60. Like, so I was always just a little bit off, and that's why we didn't, well, obviously I'm a little bit off, but that is why we missed the Swiss. So, yeah, always make sure. Our opponent has foretold a card. Hell yeah. I just typed "I like you" in the chat. Okay. Something tells me all other creatures are about to become something else. I don't remember what that one does, but it's like we're all going to get an Uro or something. Aaron, I don't fault you for that at all. Definitely get your quality time when you can get quality time, especially in a time like now. It is always more important to have your quality time. Ooh, Death Touch. All right, we needed to limit some of their creatures. I really don't know what the foretold cards do. So we are going to get wrecked, and it's going to be sweet. Yep. Are you making a blocker, or are you going for the beats? Going for beats. I accept beats. See, that's the thing is, I don't know what the foretold card does. It's target creature? That's terrible. Did I cut the Mystic Sanctuary? I've already forgotten. No blocks. Look at this. Look at this value. Ha-ha! Why didn't you hit the snow-covered island? Stop. Don't be a dungus. What is your foretold card? Show me. Okay, I knew it. Next time, one or more creatures enter the battlefield. Fair enough. You now have a Ramunap. Wait, what? Blowout. No. This is pure shenanigans by our opponent. No blocks. I'm going to use my trade routes. That seems good. I have a Oko. I swear. So many birds. I have all of the birds. No. Use the real ability. Beats. Got a Mox. Discard a land card, draw a card. That's certainly something. I've got these birds. I can play anything I want. Beats. Have I played a land this turn? No. Zing zing. Hey, dummy. You have a Fastbond in your hand, big dummy. There were 3 Birds of Paradise in play at the end there for anybody that was paying attention. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if Force of Vigor is any good. If my opponent is going to play Birds of Paradise, I'm going to be playing Uro. I'll tell you that. Well, I need mental misstep. How else am I going to shut down all these Birds of Paradise? They could have blue. Tabernacle, that seems hilarious. Let's go. All right, what is this? It's probably good. I don't actually. That's not true. I don't know if any of this is good. Turn 1, Foretold card. Nope, just a turn 1 Oko. Seems decent. So right now, I could... No, I cut that, didn't I? The timing of Oko depends on... I cut the Tabernacle. Never mind. I cut the Tabernacle. Yeah. Gilded Goose. Our opponent is on Bird Tribal. That's not a bird. Look at me. I've got foods. Food on food tribal. Really just deployed that for the purposes of... There are like 3 foods, 2 birds, and a Tarmogoyf and a pear tree going on over here. I want to repeat myself where I said so many birds. This is kind of nonsense. Like, if I had anything to do... Goodbye, Oko. You dungus. Three, 6, 9. I think they could have made a food. Okay, that'll pump the Goyf. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Did I cut? I have a Maze of Ith. I forgot I had a Maze of Ith. Oh, bird beats. Holding back that food. Okay. So, sure. So what we need is, I have what, 5 triggers? All right, we got to see more of their deck. Thank you, opponent, even though I don't have enough life to kill you. Oh, no, that's it. They're hiding. They're hiding the tech. I figured it out. Is there anything we want to change? As we've been playing, we keep finding new weird things about the deck. So, like I said, I forgot I even had Maze of Ith. Do I want the Uros and stuff in the deck? Or do I want to try to give myself... Okay, for example, what if we did have Vampiric Tutor? The other list had that too. So Vampiric Tutor, it's another 1-drop, but it could help set stuff up. We could cut Mystical for that, because obviously. And then what about Demonic Tutor? Okay. Feels like the deck's getting better. Alright, let's try one like this. This is feeling closer and closer to not embarrassing. Oh, hello there. Lost a die roll. This is on the draw as well. If we find one more... So we have the Fastbond effect. Okay. So, my plan would be to Vampiric Tutor for a crab. And then I can crop rotate. This is the tournament practice room, Aaron. I feel like I've signed myself up for this. Yes, this is what we call your own fault. I feel like this can beat their deck on its own. The same person that plays... Oh yeah? Oh yeah, buddy? You ready for this? Nice end step. You can't counter this. Five. It has to be 7. 7. Although I guess I could have used Arcane. I could have used Arcane Lab to be my own protection. That probably would have been better. Was this Cryptic Command? resolves. Nope, you have to have 7 different lands, not just 7 mana sources. 7 different lands. So if I get 1 more, I can crop rotate the second tropical into a new thing. But we have to have different named sources. I have screwed up on that many times. Yeah, Mox messes me up. That is a blowout. Our opponent is building up whatever it is they're doing. Okay, I'll try that one. Can I have this one? Please? Already got tropical islands. Get wrecked. I know they have Mystical Sanctuary. I want to diversify my portfolio while I had the chance. And I feel like them tapping 4 different islands to cast a Discombobulate was probably my best shot. Deal. I should have let the first one resolve, or I should have let the first one stay. Oh god, can this get anything else? Oh shit. No. This can get underground. I'm gonna make a bunch of zombies, bro. Zombie parade. Do I have a 3rd land I could get? No. Good to know. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. They could try. What do I gotta make? 10 zombies? I'll make 10 zombies. 7. 8. 9. 10. Pass. I don't have like I love how I barely have enough different cards in my deck. Maybe they have evacuation. That's a good one. Declare my attack. Do I have a strip mine? Strip mine would be hot. Oh no, cryptic command. How unforeseen. Pass. How many of them there cryptic commands you got? That's not a Mystic Sanctuary. Maybe they have Turnabout. Do you have Snapcaster for your cryptic command? Ah, I knew it. I knew it. That's why they weren't worried. Still had all these evacuations. Oh, I ran out of my unique card types. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, dummy. There we go. Do they have a flash threat that can be like Cognivore? One, two, three, four, five, 6. We need one more. Don't bolt me, bro. I hope this has been compelling Magic coverage for you all. Evacuation. That's a good one. He said bingo. Not sure our opponent understands what bingo is. I don't know. Oh no, not discombobulate. Not discombobulate. How can I play around discombobulate? That's the thing, is you have to keep all four, right? Do you not get a choice? That's a good one. So they're going to do that. I'm going to have a slightly more powerful version of the same spell. You can't cast any more spells, buddy. You are literally not allowed to play any more spells. A cycled decree would be a good one. I admit they would have got me there. I'm pretty sure there are no more lands I can find. I mean, you can go look. Confirmed, no lands. It was worth a shot. If we get Psionic Blasted, it serves us right. Could they have evacuation? If so, should I play Ramunap Excavator? I'm going to cast a Fastbond while I'm at 2 life so that I can say bingo. They should have Shark still. Not discombobulate! Now they've dug for the evacuation. I like their commitment to 7 different lands. Yep. Turn 17. Can I cast a Ramunet? You got me, bro. Cast something I can misstep. Oh, no. I was like, they've got an attacker. How about that one? It's still a land. How many counterspells have they played in this match? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counters, and they've evacuated 3 times. Yeah, I shouldn't have played that. Should have waited post-combat in case they do something. See? Is that the 4th cryptic? That was the last cryptic. Let's get a Fastbond in play. Five mana. Is this another evacuation? I'm more impressed that they've kept to the none of my two islands are the same. Is that wrong? Do they have matching islands in the stack? Well, that's disappointing. I take back everything I said. They're a buffoon. I thought this was someone of culture that really tried to do the right thing, and I'm honestly disgusted that they did not commit to fully having all different basic islands. I mean, if you're going to do something, well, I rented them. I guarantee they did not rent this set of basic islands when they mine was a rental problem. Really, I should remedy that. How much does a freaking Dear Goatbots, how much does a tropical island cost? Seriously? No, it's this one. $10? I could probably buy myself one. I could buy myself one like a treat. Our opponent has been thinking long and hard on what to do with their 5 mana. Is our opponent going to time us out in a practice room game? If so, we're going to sit here through it because I want them to know they were going to die. I mean, they've done nothing for a while, so I'm going to say, what's going on over there? Mind Bomb? Hello there, Thorn. We are playing a deck of questionable repute. Well, playing for and against, I would say. Our opponent has done a lot of discombobulating and evacuating. And I mean, I really don't know how much more I can say. Like, if this is the kind of person that wants to have the satisfaction of getting your opponent to concede, oh, not just one, 2, 3, 4 different cryptic commands, counterspell itself, and then they also hit me with a little discombobulation 3 different times. But thankfully, we are playing the card Field of the Dead and got in there. Yep, I feel like this is going to just tick their activity counter down, but I will have you know, we will not concede so that their ego can be like, oh, well, they couldn't handle me, so they conceded. You know what? Not going to happen. Enjoy your timer. Yeah, what I was doing is I took the version of the Fastbond deck, the Fastbond that we were playing with Valakut Exploration, and instead of the red, since I was already splashing into blue for Oko, I wanted to flesh out the Hedron Crab version that I've seen. So we went and looked and took some other lists and edited it up to, I don't know if it's any good. I tried originally to have like Mystic Sanctuary and Gush and stuff like that, and then I realized there were only like 5 islands in the entire deck, so that was rough. And like the Valakut deck had what, 5 fetches to support 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 4, 5, 6, 7 fetchable lands, and 3, 6, 8 fetches. So we have that math a little inverted, but oh, they have lost the game due to inaction. Put it on the scoreboard. Beat the Discombobulate deck. Bravo, Jeremy. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like Vampiric Tutor is going to help set things up. The question is, do we need all the Ramunap Excavators if we're going to have tutoring effects? Would that be a reason to try Dryad? It might. Then again, is it better to have more effects where So retreat is a landfall trigger. I guess once you have Fastbond, what does Fastbond kill with? The kills are Hedron Crab and Ramunap. No, sorry, Hedron Crab and the retreat. And to satisfy either one of those, you have to have a Boro, I guess, or a Rot Farm. That's interesting. You could have Rot Farm as well, since that'll bounce back to hand. And then I do like the trade routes discarding working with Ramunap. That's not actually terrible. I do feel like we should have at least a basic. We need some diversification here. So if we put a basic forest, what about a basic forest and a basic island? I mean, I obviously understand that we're making things a little weaker, but I want the diversification, I think. And especially with, I think Scalding Tarn can go. Maybe both Tarns need to go. Because if we put in a Verdant Catacombs, Verdant will be able to get a Bayou, a Tropical, or an Underground. So that hits all of them. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Sorry. Yeah, I really thought your new logo was pretty sweet. Mine was just made up by some goofball that I met. And I was thinking of doing something. You know how I do crossword puzzles every Saturday? I was going to do something that has like J Pinter, MTG, like a crossword clue. I thought that would be clever. But yeah, if you could send me to that on Twitter, that would be awesome, Thorn. All right, I think I could trim. Do I need two basics? That might be a better question, is do I need two basics? No, but we can diversify our threats that way. That makes it more likely that our frickin' Field of the Dead could come online, or we could protect ourselves in some way from strip mines and stuff. So the bigger question is a Ghost Quarter worthwhile? No, because we're not doing the same Valakut stuff that we were doing before. All right, so I think I got one more match in me. I'll try it one more time with the latest alterations. I don't think I want a basic swamp. No, basic forest and basic plains to protect either crab or Fastbond. I think those are the safest things to start on. And I purposely didn't pick Bird Guy again, because Bird Guy I thought would be a little bit too much. Awesome, thank you. I'll click that and I'll leave it over here to the side. All right, our opponent is playing first. We have two different crop rotations, so that I was misled at what we actually had in our hand. So we don't have a Fastbond. I feel like this could fare. I'm going to keep. This could get Bayou to set up Hagra. Snow-covered island. Are they the all-island deck yet again? I frickin' hope not. Okay. They're no longer what I thought they might be. Resolves. Top. This Force of Vigor is looking good. So the question is, do I hold it or I wait for them to try to tinker and then I kill the thing they tinker into? They could set themselves up for a PO and I could take out that. I could Force of Vigor these away, waste that. Won the flip even. How lucky. My thought here is that I want to try to set up a Ramunap. But I'm thinking I won't be able to necessarily lead into it as long as they have stuff like that. These things are all bad for me. Do you just have Tinker or... Okay. Oh, I see what they did. They left up Hard Cast Force. Nice. Do I play into it? No. I'm going to wait again. I really do wish I had Fastbond. Fastbond would definitely change my math. But they won 2 crypt flips? No. Just gonna stare at me? Okay. On my turn, I can't Force a Vigor. That's something I need to be mindful of. Like, if they went for PO right now, I can't respond. Oh. What could I respond with? See, like, yeah, I can't respond with a Force of Vigor here. It'd be nice. Wow. Have they all been tails? They're an Oath deck? Preordain digging for an oath. I did not spec oath here. Oh, yeah? I was not. Maybe it is like PO, though, at the same time. I just wasn't getting that vibe from them. Force pitching a brainstorm. Okay. We did get them to cash in a force, so what are we missing? If we get retreat to Hagra, we just need to have like the unlimited land plays aspect of it, right? That's what we're missing. Mm-hmm. I would like to declare attacks. Okay. So I want to set up maximum. I'm trying to draw out any counterspells that may exist. Yep. We could get Maze of if like their big creature is like Gristlebrand or whatever, right? We just never let them attack. That'd be awesome. Okay, so they're maybe trying to clear something off the top, or just get more material into hand. Why would you choose heads? Tails never fails. Okay. They've got 10 cards, including Yogg Will, thrown into the graveyard. They're going to Demonic Tutor here. They probably don't have Wasteland or anything like that, right? That's probably true. So I need to be able to get a green source. Okay. You're not going to gain any life, sir. Mr. Gristlebrand, no life for you. Really, I think I might have done it. I should have potentially done it the other way around. Okay, that one they're going to fight. So maybe they do have a Yogg will rebuy something. Come on, Crypt Flips. It's about time they lose some flips. That's an interesting double strategy. Do they have, what is it, Memory's Journey? They did have Memory's Journey. But they can't gain the life out of it. Did you shuffle it in? There's a... Oh, no, you have Time Vault. Bravo. Bravo. All right. Well, I feel like they're just playing Justin's list unless I'm missing something. That's basically... And opponent said, just so you know, Tendrils is my kill card for your sideboard purposes. That is good on them. All right, Mindbreak Traps, Forces of Vigor. Field of the Dead looks awkward, but in reality, we're just trying to set up our main thing. So, if this is what we're bringing in, do I just take... Well, no, because we're going to keep Crab. We're on the Crab plan. I don't think I can necessarily just give up on that. But Tabernacle doesn't feel like what we want. I do feel like Field of the Dead is going to be awkward. I like Maze of the Ith. Maze of Ith was a clever try there. They let the first one go. Maybe the first one should have been a bog. Flusterstorms are probably better than Mindbreak Trap, even though they're going to try to combo at some point. If I had Mystical, I'd cut Mystical. Could just strip a bunch of their stuff. Vampire, like, ideally, yes, but Vampiric can get anything. That's why I like it. I think I'm going to cut a crop rotation. And then maybe one, like, we'll keep one Ramunap, maybe, just for, that's, you can keep one Ramunap if you're keeping the Vampiric Tutor around. Alright, what do we got here? We got a whole lot of stripping going on. I don't want to deploy that Verdant till I have to. Also, I don't want to throw a Mox out there that can just get ranched. Yep. Bottom on that Preordain. 2 spells. 3 spells. Do I throw away do I throw away Oko to force them to play something? That feels wrong. Like, how many more things could they really have? They bottomed on the Preordain. They might be wondering if they should go for something. I think if they play anything, I trap it. Or if they go for something, I can respond with Force of Vigor. That's funny. So this could give me blue-black. I was wondering, can I give it away? But no. Unfortunately, that is only spell number 1. No, I think if you're not playing Oko, you're definitely doing something wrong. So no apologies there. Mock Sapphire Time Walk. So my plan is, can we get them to do multiple spells here? That's one spell. If I let this happen, I'm going to attack for a whole bunch. Now that's the third spell, but it's not my third spell. Nope. Come on, play one more thing. Okay, so there's a quick Gristlebrand. They'll have to go deep for it. If I do that, I get to attack for 7. Or I put it at 4, puts it at 15. Okay, see how deep they go on it. There's only one left. They revealed a lot of cards there. There's the Memories Journey. There's the Tendrils. Oh, nice. No green mana at the moment. Good call, good call. They could try to draw it. What is this? Main phase. Okay. What are you going to get main phase? A preordain. That's the best thing you could get? Yep. They have a 6-card hand. Is this not their last card? Ah ha 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 ha! Guess what? No green for you. No green. Ha ha ha. Okay. Should I have Leyline? I kind of think I should. Like, am I wrong? Have I missed them being able to deal with it? I mean, it's not. Leyline is not the thing that's going to fight. I think that is reasonable. I think Leyline is better than Mindbreak. And then the question is, okay, well, do I want another one? That feels weird, but I'm going to go with it. All right. Last game of the night. I could have. What do you call it out of my sideboard? Force Pitching Memories Journey. Woo! They had a vamp. I was going to vamp. I wonder if they have like show and tell. This is a pretty good turn of whatever they're doing. How do I kill an Oko? Maybe off a time walk. They only have 2 cards left. What do I get? Like, I want to get... Kind of just want to hit this orchard. Start milling. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I get... Soul Ring. Go take down Oko. Okay. They still have tricks. Oh, they were paying costs, it said. I don't know what those costs were. Abrupt Decay. Touche. So I got a beatdown team over here. And, like, that's the one thing I hate about Forbidden Orchard. Every time you play a thing, it just keeps getting worse. Had it. Never didn't have it. So I feel like this is interesting. I feel like this is heading in the right direction. I don't know. I'll keep working on it. But I definitely like the base that we had with this deck, the mixture of lands and all that type of stuff, and Valakut Exploration definitely lets us keep going more, but I do wonder if I'm supposed to go in this direction because it lets me have more of the blue cards that I feel like are worth it. So I do think I need to work on the mana base a little bit more. But overall, I feel like this has a chance.